Welcome back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. Welcoming back all my Dark Cosmic family out there. Thank you for checking out the channel. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel so you can get notified what's really cool out there in the YouTubeosphere. If you are new to the channel, please activate that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video or a YouTube short. Also, I have a eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. I also sell paperback books. When I make a sale, I bring it back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe. Find cool, cosmically epic stuff just like this for you guys to check out. And again, welcome back to the channel. So excited. It has been a while since I've added to my Red Shadows figures. It is an army that once, eons ago, yes, I said eons ago, took on Action Force. Action Force then was absorbed by G.I. Joe. Red Shadows eventually disbanded. Cobra Commander was born out of Red Shadows, and G.I. Joe is the way it is. Red Shadows is still around, and it is still a force to reckon with, so don't count them out. All right, let's check out and see what is in the video today. So here we go from Marauder Task Force. This is the Metal Wolf Trooper. One of the figures that I was definitely looking at, and that was part of my Marauder Task Force package that came the other day. I did leave some pictures in the posts on here, so check out the posts. I do attempt to take pictures of what I have in the videos. I also do record shorts, so if you don't want to watch this video, you can just check the shorts out. And over here, we upgraded this character. It is one of those mix-match figures that I wound up getting on eBay, and he didn't quite have the look that I was hoping for, but I looked at it and I said, you know what? All I got to do is go to the Marauder Task Force, or better known as Marauder Gun Runners, online. Ordered some parts. Did the old pop and swap with a little bit of hot water. And he is good to go, or it. It is a Skeletron Trooper that someone made, and I decided to enhance what's going on. Hey, speaking, this always helps the channel. Please do that. Leaving comments is a great way to show your love here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. Remixing the videos, sharing the videos with your friends, putting them on your socials if you know someone who loves G.I. Joe figures. Okay, here we go. Very excited. Again, there is more to the package that I have not revealed, but it's okay. And thank you, everyone, for chiming in and saying, hey, I'd like to see the Marvel figures, and that's great. Or I'd like to see what's in the bag. Now, the bag's going to take a little bit longer time because I've got a couple parts coming in for some other characters. I did some popping and swapping. There will be some Marvel fill-ins, which is great. And that's one of the great things about these companies. Let me just adjust the camera, or actually the monitor over here. There we go. That's the great thing about finding all these companies. Years ago, back in the 80s, when I started kind of like dabbling in the whole G.I. Joe genre, army building kind of force, you know, it was okay. Like I said, you know, way back when I got into the G.I. Joe. Now, I knew nothing about Action Force. Action Force was the predecessor to the G.I. Joe 3 3/4 inch figures. Eventually, the company was purchased, and Hasbro brought G.I. Joe and Action Force over here to the United States, rebranded it, and here we are almost like 30 years later, almost 40 or something like that. And it is going stronger than ever. So yeah, almost 40 years. But the cool thing is, people who have been collecting these 3 3/4 inch figures haven't stopped. All right. Speaking of stopping, I'm going to stop talking about that. Let's take a look and see how big these figures are. Now, these figures that I do collect, most of them are on the 1/18 scale. So this guy is just over 4 inches. This one over here, I wound up getting on eBay, and the person had done some really cool stuff with it, but I said, you know what, it's going to be kind of even better when I finish with it. So again, about 4 inches ish for some of these figures. Let's take a look at them. Here is the Metal Wolf figure. Now, I did not have the I was not able to put this guy together till the other day. This guy is really cool. Again, Marauder Task Force, I cannot say anything bad about him. Now, my character looks a lot different from the one that's on the Marauder Task Force page, but it is basically the same figure. He's a little bit different. I didn't put all the accessories that come with him. Let's see if we get a closer look. Here we go. But again, I like the whole robotic look. Who knows? Could be a robot, could be a person in there. Well, there are some cybernetics with this character. And the more I see these figures with these cybernetic arms, I'm pointing over here. Let's get the pointer over here. You know, the one that Seashell chewed. And Seashell's like, thanks, Dad. Here are some of the cybernetics again. And that's what I did with this character. We'll take a look. But looks really cool. He's got the that visor, that red visor. And these are the ones that Marauder Task Force, they designed for their site, which I thought was really awesome. And again, it looks really cool. I love how they did this. So again, troop building, I think I'm just going to keep this guy as a one and done. So it's my Metal Wolf guy. And I love the accessory that came with this. Again, a lot of this I had to pop and swap with the hot water. And I know people use sometimes hair dryers to remove like the limbs on here. These were like human limbs, so I was able to pop and swap, put them in hot water, pulled very gently, and then I was able to reinsert the robotic arms or cybernetic arms. But this character looks really cool. And the great thing about today, like I was talking about these figures, is that you can customize them how you like them. You know, you find parts and pieces, and there are a lot of cool makers out there, eBay, Etsy, I think on Facebook too, where they sell parts. Now this guy I had a few months ago, and he was pretty cool when I first got him. Let me get a focus on here, because like I'm looking in the monitor. There we go. Now he had the human arms, and I'm looking at him. I was like, just like there was something about him that I just did not like. And then so I found out, I was like, you know what? He needs robotic arms. That's what he needs. He's got that Skeletron drone head. So that's what's over here. And the cool thing about this, so the head, so Skeletron, one of the characters from Red Shadows, they decided to make an army. Now I think, I'm not 100% sure, and again, with the tariffs kind of messing up the whole toy industry, you know, toys being held over in China, and that whole how much we're going to charge for these, and we're going to hold them off until we feel that the correct tariff has been placed. But these characters, that's what I'm thinking about. There is supposed to be a, gosh, what is it? Skeletron, Team Skeletron, Skeletron figure, updated version of Skeletron. Well, I'll show you guys in a few minutes. But he's got that cybernetic. Now, that particular head comes from these little drones over here. And I want to purchase, I think I got 6 of these. I'm pretty sure 6, but I'm not sure. It could be 9. I don't know, 6, 9. I got a whole bunch. Probably 9. I think I got 9 of these. And people were able to take the head. You can pop the head off. And then there's a ball joint over here. You can put the head on. And people just started making and throwing. Here we go. They started making these figures, well, with all these customs. All right, where'd he go? All right, I'm going to put him back over here. Out of these heads. And again, I think they look really, really cool. Definitely a cool addition. And again, the great thing is you can add, you can subtract, you can multiply, you can divide how you wish your characters to look. Yes, math is part of action figures. Besides purchasing them for an astronomical amount, you can also add things to it. Now that's really cool. Again, whoever came up with the idea where you can actually take figures and customize them as you want. And that, I think, years ago was something that I think as a kid, you're like, man, I wish they really made this character, or they wish they didn't make this character, or they have too many of, you know, Batman or Captain America. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but again, I refer to them as B and C characters, and we're not, I don't know whatever B and C could be stand for. So, but I'm just saying the characters who were not A-listers, the ones who clogged up the pegs, you know, you're like, oh man, I really wish they had this. And then eventually toy companies started making some of them. Some of the lines would, you know, put all these characters in, and you'd eventually see them on the pegs, but they'd be short, you know, short packed or whatnot. But with the ability today, with all the different body types that are out there, and all the different 3D printing availabilities, you know, that people do, you can make the figure that you wanted, or you wish you had in the collection, or you wanted them in there. Anyway, so here's the original Skeletron figure from Palatoy Toys. Yeah. And over here we've got some Robo Skull figures. This was also from, or Skeletron, the Skeletron figures. And they started making some of these characters to fill in, and that's how we got it. Now, most of these figures, again, are just pop-in swaps from Fresh Monkey Fiction that put all the extra heads in with Eagle Force. And, you know, they wanted modern versions of all these characters that we had as kids, but they just didn't quite have the look. Now they do. And then, of course, with, I'm trying to think here, was it G.I. Jane Toys? I think that's what it is. And Black Major. Making some of these, so these figures over here to do fill-ins. Again, army building up figures. This is something you never would see, I mean, way back when. I mean, I don't know, I guess you could, you know, get a couple here, a couple figures there, but, you know, usually went with the, I don't know, maybe I went with just all the mainstays. But you had people that just started, like, army building and actually creating big armies of action figures. And with the help of these great companies that are out there, that's what you're able to do. Again, most of these figures are either custom-made figures or parts and pieces swap, and they are in that 1/18 scale version here. So a couple of these figures, again, were pop and swap, and they definitely took what we wanted for figures and, you know, got them out here. I got my Baron Iron Blood. That was part... let me think here. Marauder Task Force. The figure was from Fresh Monkey Fiction with the helmet, and then boof, there you go. There's Baron Ironblood, one of the coolest characters. All right, if you don't want to know anything about Baron Ironblood, I've talked about it before. Just go quickly to the end of the video so you don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. Okay, so eventually Baron Ironblood, he gets plastic surgery and fakes his death, and then becomes Cobra Commander. So that's where the tie-in is. That's where we get all that cool stuff. But I think, again, as a kid, I would have loved to have had the Red Shadows figures, but, you know, that's marketing for you. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. Got some new characters. Got the Metal Wolf over here. Upgraded my, I'm going to call them my Skeletron clone army from these little, or the drone army. So I've got like a couple of these. Wound up getting this one from eBay, which was really cool. And again, it's part of the collection, and I'm loving it. Totally loving it. And thank you guys for hanging out and being part of that journey from my earlier videos, and, you know, going, oh, here we go, and here we are today. And again, I've got cases of figures, which is pretty cool. I don't have binders of figures, but I've got cases of figures. And that's a reference. That's a political reference, if you didn't know. Anyway, so yeah. But I'm excited about this. Again, you know, check out the words, you know, keywords you're looking for. So you're looking for Red Shadows. You're looking for Marauder Task Force. You're looking for Palatoy Toys. You're looking for Skeletron. They call them Team Skeletron. Also, I'm looking around here. Black Major. Check out Instagram. You can find these figures on eBay for a little bit higher price. Or there's also, is it called G.I. Jane Toys, which is really, really cool. So you got your original, you got your OG, kind of like G.I. Joe figures over here, mixing them with these modern versions of them. And again, I think they look really awesome. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Dark Cosmic Universe. So appreciate it. There will be more figures on the way for videos. So I am saying hello to all my cosmic family out there. You're like, wait a minute, what's the cosmic family? If you are subscribed to the channel, you are part of the Dark Cosmic Universe, and you are part of the Dark Cosmic family. That's a big blunder, but I'm not going to re-record it because, you know, I'm not going to do that. But again, saying hello to all my Dark Cosmic family. If you are subscribed, you could be a Cosmic Cosmonaut, a Cosmic Comrade, an insane toy collector, a Dark Cosmic Pokemon collector as well, when available. Or some cosmic collector out there in this Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. This is the Dark Cosmic Universe. I will say it one more time, say it loud and proud. From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, there is the Dark Cosmic Universe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much. Any questions, let me know in the comments. You know, hit me up with a question on there. I will try to answer it as best I can. Again, I'm just a collector, and I'm having fun, and I'm enjoying this YouTube experience here. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting all those action figures. Keep collecting all those collectibles. Come back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe for more videos. And we will see you cosmically soon.